My poor little Hershey's.
It's from my mom. Why did you do that?
I don't understand.
I know.
She's sick.
Like spend the extra $100 or
He's
whatever.
tired.
If you are very
He's hangover.
stressed, you need to fly somewhere.
What?
Certainly.
This seemed like a
If you have the means to fly somewhere, it's not going to put
Tissue
my
box.
pencil container. Is
Yeah.
that too?
Bin, just give us a bin with a bag in it or something. It's got a rubbish bag in it.
Name's hard to say. His real name is Zero.
I want to start by personally thanking everyone who has stuck with me and my videos.
We're going to have all these boarding passes to keep us keepsakes.
Good.
More recent true crime junkies that we've got around here. I appreciate
I got,
all of you guys for
the
rocking with me on this tumultuous survey of the web. Today's
yeah.
upload is special, and that is not only a celebration of the Lady
That's
Webster
okay.
channel recently passing 1 million subscribers, it also
I think
serves
I've got
as a
one
bit of a
too, no,
Christmas
that's
present for you guys and
I
all.
got
When it
the
came to
other
holiday season,
Well,
I
I
thought I
already
slapped
had
together a 3-hour
No,
sequence
you
of
ordered
some of my
pumpkin
most
soup, but I ordered
excellent
maybe
videos
fish and
internet.
salad.
Now these videos
Yeah, you
are
did
very
say that.
special
I
to me.
did.
I would be lying if I told you that I
No,
didn't
I
choke
ordered.
up at the editing
Oh,
table
I
while
asked you
making
what
a
you
lot of
wanted.
it. So if you or someone you
said
know is in
pumpkin
need of a
soup.
dose of positivity, look no further than this supercut. Thank you all
That
for
one I
being
was
fans,
away.
and I hope you enjoy. On 4chan, harassment and bullying is commonplace,
Remember
but typically members of the site save their vitriol for people that truly cross them and deserve it. That said, when an anonymous individual took a photo of an overweight man dancing at a party and uploaded the image to 4chan,
The
in an
milk
effort to
cost
make
us
fun of the guy, the
$98.
community
That
should
was very
not chastising the bully, but tracking down the
No, it's
dancing
for
man
her
himself
when she
and
gave
making
us
the
2 cups of
situation
milk.
right. This is the story
The
of
milk
4chan's
cost us
dancing man.
$98 when she brought us the milk. It's on
You
that
have to
thing.
browse through a grimy thread. A lot of the difference. So act natural, don't make eye contact, trust me, everything's
Is it?
fine.
We had to pay for the pound.
On February
We had to
13,
pay for that.
2015, the thread would be published
Oh,
on
well.
4chan's politically incorrect board titled "The Official Friday
How much
Fat
is
Shaming
a full
Thread."
2 litre out the
Thread.
deli?
That's right, Paul. It's time for a fat shaming thread.
99 bar or something, 69 bar,
Sharing
not
stories
much.
and pictures
So
of fat
that milk
consumers.
cost us
Apparently
0.
around this time, users of Paul had made like
That was the last one,
on
was
Friday,
really
just gather around
Was
and
it?
pick on overweight people. It was
China.
pretty much a thread full of pictures taken from Google
I wouldn't have been
images
able to
and
bring
people
milk
joking
here.
on the
I had
fourth
milk in the
season.
kids' fridge too.
Now, after
I think
scrolling
she
down
could
the
have.
page for
She
some
could have
time,
done all that
eventually one
stuff
comes
like-
across
Liquid, you know,
today's
carry it
post.
No,
they took Isaac's
The
off
Dancing
him.
Man.
If it was
The original
open,
caption
he'd,
of
Oh,
this
they
post
did.
read, quote, "Spotted this
He
specimen
had to
trying
throw all my
dance the other
Gatorades
week.
out and
He
everything because I
stopped when
fucking
he
drank
saw
out
us
of
laughing.
everyone.
Now, considering the state of
Did
affairs
ya?
for this thread, you
Like
would think
started
that
to
people would
carry
come
on.
across this image and
They
immediately
wouldn't
go
let
into
us.
the comments and start off far. That pic hit me right in the feels. God damn you for adding to that guy's misery. Now, I've been a regular on Fold for years now,
It's
and I just have
okay.
to say that this is not what our culture is
You're not
about.
okay?
You, sir, are a foul person. You're a dick. You're enjoying himself and burning calories.
Of course you do. You always do. He used to come to our room and leave this much in a full pack every fucking night, every time.
Like this, it's anything goes. But apparently, at least according to these fortune users, this anonymous poster had crossed the line. After all, this guy was claiming he was out in the real world harassing a guy at a dance party who was just trying to have a little bit of fun. And for what? Just so this guy could be the dude on 4chan for 10 minutes? Yeah, bro, that's really gonna get you laid right there.
Could you imagine if I lost a baby and you knew about it? She'd tell all the business. Like,
Really?
To tell them, you were her age when you used to say your brother died.
but because she was on the phone, Troy was on the phone to her dad, and she was talking to him, all I could hear was, "My name is Emily Marie Sophia Cleary, that is Troy Brandon Ryder Cleary, and my brother is Isaac Ernest James Jones." And she goes, "My mum is Jessica Nicole Sheehan." And he comes to me and goes, "Excuse me, can I call you Miss Jess?" I'm like, "Yes, you can call me whatever you like."
I don't think we're gonna get Lele downstairs, bro.
Across the general West, people express the desire to reach out or find the dancing man who is bullied by the anonymous
All these clothes, when you hang out, you have to hang them on the
Perhaps
hook.
if they could track the guy
And they're
down,
so
they
they
could do
dry.
something that would right the wrong caused by this cheeky 4chan poster who was taking photos of him. Thus begins the spread of hashtag Funny Dancing Man.
Shut the door, Troy.
Shut the door.
Please.
The hunt started getting
Thank
traction
you.
on March 5th when a Twitter user named Captain Fitch got a viral tweet addressing the dancing man. Twitter, can we find the man in this photo and tell him that he's beautiful and we love him? This tweet leads to a separate call to
He's sitting
action by
under
web
the
journalist and activist Cassandra
But
Fairbanks.
you had
They didn't
ladies
know
in
this
the
man or who posted
No,
this.
they were
but a
Ethan's.
group of ladies
He
just got them from
who would like to do
7-Eleven.
something special. Thousands online were
They're his
collectively trying to track
pancakes.
down
I
the
wouldn't
dancing
touch
man with the goal of doing something special to make
He
the
was
internet
looking forward to them
and not only were they
babies
trying to
trading
make the
dollars.
dancing man's day, by
Jewish
doing this they would be
bastard, I'm gonna
spiting
try
the
one.
I might go
showing
downstairs
others
Yeah,
now.
I'm waiting for you people, man. You take them for all day, they'll be changed.
24 hours, the hashtag Funny Dancing Man and the calls to action to locate this fellow popped up. On March 6th, Cassandra Fairbanks was shared a photo from the enigmatic
Ethan, we're gonna come down and sit and have dinner, mate.
identified himself on Twitter.
Jacob, we're gonna come down and have dinner in a
He
minute.
was a 48-year-old
We're gonna come down and have
working
dinner.
in the finance industry in the United
Yeah,
Kingdom.
no, what
Sean
did
had
I-
been tipped off to the
No,
hunt
it
for
says
his identity
evaluation
thanks to
now.
an email sent by a friend who noticed his photos everywhere
No, I've got
online.
fish and
Sean
salad
would
from
go on to
Lily.
say that he remembered people heckling him at the
Oh,
dance
I'll
showing
find
the
it, Jay.
photos,
You're
but
gonna
he
fit that
didn't
out.
know the photos themselves were taken.
So, are you aware that anybody's taking photographs of this?
No, no one taking photographs. I was aware that there was some
Jacob,
comments
you gotta
and
come
some
down and have
things
dinner.
and whatever, but I'm happy before,
Jacob,
though,
you gotta come down and have dinner.
I didn't realise I was taking photographs, so that comes as a surprise to me.
And upon becoming aware of the photos and the outpouring of support, Sean saw potential here for something good and decided to come forward. So what's
And
next?
I'm a
The
guest
internet found their
coming.
dancing man,
Did
and
she
the man
say?
himself
Yeah,
welcomed
he said,
the
when I
attention.
found my
The
bank account,
possibilities
she
for
said,
good
"Could
here
I
were
relate
limitless.
to it?"
Well, Cassandra's plot was
wake up.
basically to round up as many of her female friends
Jacob,
as
Ethan
possible
said
and throw
it's
a
very
dance
hard to
party
get
for Sean. I
We're
mean,
gonna
what
have
better
dinner
way to
downstairs.
stick it to
We're
the
gonna go
boys
sit
than
and wait
surround
for him.
Sean with a bunch of
You
might need a
women
shirt,
who are
Isaac.
dancing in festivities. So
Lily, you gonna come down? Do you want me to help you? And we can lay on that white couch.
1,000 women in the Los Angeles
And I'll
area.
bring you a
Women
bag.
are on board with the idea, which leads to hope
And bring you
for the dance-free
Gatorade.
movement as a base of operations.
Good. You want a little puppet?
Primarily female activists with the goal of spreading body
You like you
and not long
doing
after
that,
a
you back out here, you back in the telephone. That looks interesting.
By the end of the campaign, the
I'm gonna
GoFundMe
try one of
raised
these
$1
That's what.
proposed dance party in Los Angeles.
No.
More
Don't
pieces
shoot
of the
that.
dance party puzzle
You can't
were
bully
falling
again.
into place, with celebrities
The way
pledging
he
their
was
assistance
thumping
with
his
the music
pillow
and
was so
entertainment
funny.
elements of the party.
Look at
It was
this.
going to be a star-studded lineup. Pharrell was coming, Obi, Andrew WK, others voiced their intent to
Pardon?
and after a couple months planning,
What, is
the
it
event was
skull
given a
one?
date, Saturday, May
What one is
23rd,
it?
a dance party to celebrate
I don't
Sean
know.
O'Brien. As the dates closed in on the date of the party,
Why
Sean
do you
O'Brien
call
was
it?
flown in the United
Hey,
Kingdom to
let's
the
go.
United States by the Dance Free movement. And of course he knew he was being thrown a party, but it's unlikely that he knew that it was going to be this badass of a party.
And you've got cards.
Who was initially marked on
What's
my
up, they orange juice? Put it, oh, that's orange. Where's the orange juice? What's the appetite?
Drink.
Oh,
Jacob,
mama.
eat.
I'll buy some more. I'll get you some.
Why are these in the fridge?
Because I haven't eaten yet. Oh, there you go. Not this one. Dinner. She doesn't like it. She don't like it.
The LA
That's what I
effort
heard
raised
you say.
$70,000 that will go to anti-bullying and positive body image programs in the U.S. and U.K. Organizers will be posting new pictures of O'Brien dancing, maybe even sending a message to those who once mocked him.
If I knew who they were, I would just invite them to come. Because I think that the kind of people who are doing these things, they're probably in a lot of pain themselves.
I'll meet you guys down there.
It's just phenomenal, and I should obviously thanks to everyone. You're all special, you're all making this going to really make it a special night. And just enjoy, smile, dance, and wake up in the morning and think, that was a good night.
The event was a complete success, and you have to admit, putting all this together, it was a powerful statement. I mean, imagine the situation, what if instead of Sean, this was like some little kid and their photo was posted and it became this cyberbullying thing, which got spread around and he became a living meme and it like ruined his life forever. It's good to know in a hypothetical situation like that, that there are people online who would actually have your back and fight for you. While it doesn't happen as often as it should, sometimes a captivating video or set of photos can disrupt the often cynical and vitriolic attitude of the internet and galvanize folks to stand up for something good, which is what I think we had happen here. I mean, even the users of the infamous 4chan message board knew that this was I just thought that was interesting. As for Sean himself, well, after the party, he was mastered working life. Plus, 2 years ago today, I was lucky enough to meet these four and create the most unlikely friendships I may have imagined. My life will never be the same because of it. Love you all. And as for the 4chan user that posted the images that started all of this, well, they remain anonymous to this day, never once commenting publicly on the event. It would be interesting to hear what this person has to say about the party. Would they apologize or double down? I reckon we'll never know. But what's certain is that his post inadvertently led to one of the internet's most wholesome community efforts. A real middle finger to bullies out there. The dancing man was redeemed. One of the most famous living meme-styled characters in history is the Troll-a-Lol guy, aka Edward Kill. Known across 4chan, Reddit, and YouTube for his widely beloved trolling anthem, few are actually aware of the deeply emotional tale behind this man's ascension to memehood and viral fame. From World War II battlefields to international music stages, this is the story of Mr. Troll-a-Lol, aka Edward Kill. Before the memes, before Troll-a-Lol, there was Edward Kill. And Edward went through a lot before becoming the internet meme icon you know him as today. Let's start from the beginning. Edward was born September 4th, 1934 in Smolensk, USSR. And as you can probably imagine, growing up in Soviet Russia during one of the most tumultuous eras in human history, it probably wasn't easy for young Edward. During World War II, Edward's kindergarten was bombed during a Nazi invasion of the city. He survived only to soon after become separated from his mother during the city's evacuation effort. For the next 2 years, Edward would be an orphan and he was relocated about 1,000 kilometers to the east in the city of Bakovo, where he stayed at a foster home. This home was said to have been in poor condition, lacking basic facilities, and food at the time was scarce. It would be easy for someone in this position to become dejected and depressed, but not Edward. Edward found hope in his own voice. He was a gifted singer, and during wartime, he often left the foster home to visit the local military hospital where he would sing for the wounded soldiers. He honed his voice during the dark times and remained confident that things would eventually get better. After Edward's home city of Smolensk was liberated from the Nazis in 1943, his life began to improve. After the liberation, Edward was taken from the foster home and relocated back to his home city of Smolensk. And fortunately, he was reunited with his mother here. After the war completely ended, the two would move to Leningrad, where Edward would finish school and enter college. Around the time of his college education, Edward would meet a woman named Zoya, and the two would get married and have a son together. Also during college, Edward's vocal talent would become apparent to the Soviet public when he began performing at opera houses around Leningrad, where he would earn fame thanks to his bold baritone voice. Folks around Leningrad really liked Ed, and his part-time singing gig would eventually blossom into a full-time one when there was more of a demand for his vocal talent. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, Edward Kill became renowned throughout Russia for his performances of pop tunes and Russian folk songs. Which brings us to a particular Russian song that was a favorite of Mr. Edward Hill. A song called I Am Very Glad As I'm Finally Returning Back Home. The original version of this song was composed by a famous 20th century Russian songwriter named Arkady Ostrovsky. Now, the original version of this song was said to contain lyrics describing an American-like cowboy riding his horse home after being out on the trail for a long time and just having this overwhelming feeling of relief, that he's about to be home and able to relax. And with this song referencing an American cowboy in mind, consider the Cold War propaganda machine running on all cylinders. Edward Hill would be out of his mind if he performed this song publicly. Lyrics aside, though, he loved the composition and its melody and overall positive vibe. He wanted to bring it to the big stage, so he got creative. Basically, Edward took the melody of this song and removed all the lyrics and replaced them with non-lexical vocal sounds. The la 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 la, tra la 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 la, tro la 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 la's, you know what I mean. And what do you know, the tro la la song, as we know it now, was born. Edward began performing his version of this song in the late 1960s, but the famous performance you're all familiar with was recorded in 1976 on a live television broadcast. While Edward's version of this song was indeed popular, it wasn't like a chart-topping creation by any means. It was just a happy, feel-good song that he had in his repertoire that he would bust out from time to time. Over the years, Edward's version of I Am Very Glad As I'm Finally Returning Back Home would be largely forgotten by the Soviet public, and Hill would move on with his career, performing until he retired in the 1990s, opting to spend more time with his family. Now, let's fast forward from the 1990s to 2010. The Cold War's over, Putin is riding a horse, and this little creation known as the internet is really popular around the world. And on the internet, memes are taking off like never before on websites like 4chan and Reddit. Rage comics, advice animal image macros, and of course the troll face are all in vogue. Troll face in particular was arguably at its peak popularity at this point, and so was the fascination with online trolling. In the early 2010s, being known as an internet troll was like the cool, hip thing that every 14-year-old wanted to do, to go on a forum and make a great poster.
They must be like real car shops, like because they're not just
$67 for all that.
really cheap. Australia.
We got told it was going to be at $1,500 in our bank.
Is that what she said?
Maybe it was Thai though. Could have been Thai. Because
No,
that's how much it was in Thai.
15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's very cheap.
But $1,000 for the deposit.
Or $1,000. And this is a very nice place. Don't check that. You can get beer in the lobby.
I think that is for Jacob Ridley also.
What?
That curry stuff you got, is it?
Hardly no
Did you
fish.
get your suit? Why not?
Oh, I forgot. People, I forgot I was doing live stream. That's what you should remember.
Emily, you're going to eat your bolognese or you're going to eat...
Anyway, it's dinner time, people. Okay? You get to look around after dinner time. So we got fried rice, egg on top, as it says. Fish salad. Chicken wings with spicy sauce.
It's a little bit sweet.
Wait,
Spaghetti bolognese.
this is spaghetti and pork.
Stir fry
They didn't
pork with
say
capsicum.
bolognese.
Stir fried pork with capsicum. Spicy beef. And no joke, this is some of the best food. Because I